Wow, more simping from Hunter Stevens. Chrissie is sweet enough to make the Big Apple a candy apple.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, really, right now it's kind of like a homeless apple.
It is.
Poop apple.
The illegal immigrant thing, or are we calling them migrants? What is more politically correct? This is an issue that's affecting the whole country, but
Yep.
I guess in particular, New York City. Yeah, people have been saying, oh, well, all the, Republicans are sending these migrants to New York City. But I feel like that's one of the cities they would have ultimately ended up at anyhow, because it's a sanctuary city. But we've been hearing Eric Adams, like, it's so funny. He'll be like, oh, we welcome everybody. And then at the same time, he'll say, he'll like low key be like, we have no resources. We're fucked. Like
So we're gonna put them on cruise ships.
Is that what's happening?
Correct.
They're building a commune in the Bronx too.
Yep. So we decided that we have a bunch of homeless and a bunch of addicts and a bunch of mentally people who have mental illness. They're hanging out all over the place. But you know what? Let's build this for these other people then instead.
Mm-hmm.
And New Yorkers aren't so happy about that, as I would understand they shouldn't be. Yep. Not the right answer.
Personally, I like to call them well-traveled or people of migration.
I like that. Well-traveled.
Migration.
I like people of migration.
Yes.
POMs. Yeah.
Yes. Migratory persons.
I like migratory person.
See that? Now we got
I know I've said this before, but when I was in New Orleans, I was doing a walking tour. The lady would not say, and she's bringing us through all these houses in the Garden District where like there were a lot of plantations and now like plantation style houses. And she refused to say slaves. Like she was pointing out the sections of the houses that were built onto the back of the house. That's where the slaves, but she would not say slaves. She would say, oh, enslaved person or like person of enslavement. Yes. And then I was like, oh, is it okay if we call them like freedom challenged? Like what else? Yeah. What else should we call them?
I like that.
It was so weird.
They're freedom disabled.
Yeah.
Someone has said undocumented vacationers.
Oh my god.
Border challenged persons.
Oh my word.
Migration affected.
It's wild. Like people who have visited the border are like, we straight up don't have a border. Like they'll maybe give these migrants papers that say in English, by the way, like they don't even say in Spanish, but these papers will say in English, oh yeah, whenever you get a chance over the next, whatever it is, 30, 60 days, just, find your way to an ICE office, and we'll figure out the rest.
If you're not too busy.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't assign them a location. They don't. Yeah. No, it's so blasé. It's crazy to me. But maybe it's always been this way.
As chat calls it, constitutionally challenged.
I like that. Constitutionally challenged.
Yes.
I'll spit my gum out.
But you know what drives me crazy is they don't fix the border issue ever because they want to keep fighting over the border.
Ooh.
So they just keep fighting over the border. You tell me you can't fix the border? Of course you could, right? And I've told this answer before, and I don't want to bore you guys, but with too much policy. But if you just put 2 Ellis Islands on the border in maybe one in Texas, one in California, and said if you want to come to our country, come to the Ellis Island. You make it 2 privatized, both into separate companies. And with the companies who run it are recruiting companies. Right now, throughout our entire country, there's hotel industry, farming industry. They're paying illegal recruiters to bring workers to them now in the black market. Don't pay the black market. Pay an actual recruiter at the border to give you your people. They'll come in, they'll stay there for 30 days or whatever is the appoint. You want to keep them there. Are they bad guys or do they have whatever diseases or something? If they don't, give them an orange card. You got 2-year work visa. Go work, pay your taxes. You can't be on any type of public assistance. You got to check it in 2 years. You're done. You're still good. Do it again. Otherwise, go home. Life is good. You can do this easily. 2 separate companies. So if one company's bad, they go to the other one. Now the current agents that are on the border just go after the bad guys. They can stop going after the regular people. Go after the bad guys. That's it. And it's even better. We got about 12 million migratory persons, whatever, right now in the United States who we can't go after. We don't have enough time and energy to do it. And among those 12 million are a bunch of bad people also among them who we can't get because the people who are there won't turn them in. Let them go to the Ellis Islands too so they can get documented. Then good Pablo gets his papers and bad Pablo can now be turned in and go to jail. We can actually solve this problem. It is solvable. but
They won't
wants
do
to.
that because that makes
Yep.
sense. So that won't
Correct.
happen. They have to do
Yep.
everything that doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna call my
Absolutely.
next comedy album "Bad Pablo."
That's right answer.
That was pretty,
Yes.
good Pablo and bad Pablo. I'm here
Yeah.
for that.
And Larry,
Yes.
it's not a black market; it's a market of color.
That's correct. It's a market of color. Exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, I'm black. I can say what I want.
Right.
I'm good.
You and Venti both have the card.
Correct.
Yeah, I prefer
have the card.
to be challenged.
It's fine. I'm old. I remember when Negro was still okay. That's how old I am. I remember when that was okay.
Chrissy's
how old I
eyes
am.
twitch. She's like, "Am I gonna get banned from this?"
Yeah.
Because they had the Negro Baseball League.
Yes, correct. Like
Yeah.
I remember when that was okay. Like when my father was called Negro, he was happy that it was Negro.
I mean, they still say that in rap songs.
It's
They
the
say
Spanish
that.
for black. That's all.
Yes, absolutely. Like get it. Like my father was born in 1939. So he grew up in the 50s and 60s. He was
Oh.
happy to be called Negro.
Yeah,
He
So
was
to step
happy.
up
Like,
from
yes.
the other thing.
Thank
that was
you.
the best word we could come up with.
Absolutely. We're good with that. That's fine. Yeah, we'll take that. That's good.
Mhm.
No worries.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I saw that Matt Christensen, I hope I'm saying his name right. I always mess it up in my head, but he got a video banned, I believe, over the title having the word niggardly, which, means to be
Yes.
selfish, by the way. It's an actual word.
Yes, it's an
my
actual
favorite
It
word.
is. It means cheap.
Yeah, every
Yep.
black person knows that word, but yeah.
Why? Because they don't tip, or because
So that's why they called us it. I
Hey!
had no idea. Chrissy, you're a historian. Look at you
I am
go.
a
You just
historian.
solved it. I love it. I love it.
Can't say that word on YouTube though, apparently.
Only
in your
we would have
titles.
been
at
tipping
least.
more after we were slaves. It wouldn't have had a. That's
Oh,
the
man.
problem.
Yeah, we're looking at you super chatters for $5.
Yes.
Every time I see Daramuth, I think of Daramuth, will you do the bandana? All right. What
No,
about
That was
His
the first
point-
thought that went through my head.
yeah?
His point is a valid point. The cartels couldn't go through it. So you still have Border Patrol. But Border Patrol is now only going after the bad guys, the cartel people. They're not wasting their time trying to get like moms and dads and kids across the border. That goes away. So
You mean
they're
they're allowed
only
to
focusing.
do their jobs?
Correct.
What?
They would do their jobs and go after the bad guys. Yes.
Weird. That's a
Yes.
concept.
Correct. Right
Okay.
now, the cartels get through because there's a whole migratory body of literally thousands of people, right? Probably of 1,000 people, 950 are people trying to get a job and work. 50 are bad guys. That's the bad Pablos, right? The bad Pablos. Well, if the 950 now go to the Ellis Islands, there'll just be 50 bad Pablos running around, and they'll go after them. That's how that works.
Damn, I really hope people that are in charge of this country watch SimpCast, because Larry, you're giving out a lot of good ideas.
Yeah.
See
We're
that?
a little too old for Biden.
We are
Solving
too old
the
for
problems.
Biden. That's true.
Solving the problems.
Dan Halen, yes, melanin privileged.
Ooh, I
That's
like
what
that.
Larry and Venti are.
Melanin privilege.
I'm melanin challenged.
Oh.
Maj Touré always calls them melanated beings.
I like Maj. From
Melanated
EF,
beings.
human traffickers made about $14 billion. That's just people, not drugs. Border security saves lives.
Nobody is talking about this.
Nope.
No, but you can have a border and still have vibrant immigration, right? I'm not saying I do want to. I think a border matters. I think border security matters. I just think you want to have vibrant, safe immigration. So if they have to go through and sit around for 30 days, anyone who has to sit around for 30 days in quarantine is not going to keep those balloons up their butt for 30 days,
Yeah.
right? They're
Well,
not.
now I feel like
Not
you're
gonna
just challenging me, Larry.
I think that's a good TikTok challenge. It's not bad.
TikTok.
Let's give it a
They
shot.
would.
Absolutely. Let's give it a shot. I like it.
I'm gonna have to do some exercises to get ready for that. But yeah, there is so
Kegel.
much human trafficking. But if they're butt kegels,
Butt
are they
kegels.
beagles?
They would be beagles.